The answer is, I believe, both yes and no. I watched a video a few days back and I thought, you know what? I really want to try this. So, it'd be cool. It'll be cool if it's real. My intention is to try and make 3 of these. One, to see if it works. And then if it works, to make a couple more for some friends at work so that I can practice to make one for my grandson that I will try to take him for Christmas. And isn't it nice that I have a nearly endless supply of these bottle tops because of how much Pepsi I drink. It's not right, but it's true. And so I'm not going to show the whole process because I'm going to link the video that I watched in the comments, first comment, and in the description. And I recommend that you watch it. And that's giving credit where credit is due. But what I will do is make the pieces that I need and then start to put them together and then see if it works. This, boy, I hope. I ordered this twice. The first one I thought I ordered the right stuff, and evidently I didn't. This is supposed to be clear PVC. I don't know why it has these white backer sheets. I hope that it's backer sheets. But clear PVC. And so I'm going to take a sheet of this and make the parts that I need to go in the caps, and that will all be playing if you watch the video. And I'll come back and hopefully be doing a demonstration. This is a relatively short one here, but I think it's really kind of cool. Anybody's got nieces or nephews, kids, young kids or grandkids, this could be a really fun thing to make for them. It's almost like a magic trick. Again, if it is real. Let's find out. This first major step is a bit of an experiment because I'm sure there's a mathematical way to get this exact configuration, but mostly it's just kind of sketch it out and then fine tune it. So I cut that out first and then found it was a little too wide. The idea is, doesn't necessarily have to have the tab to stick up in top. The idea is for it basically to fit on an angle inside. Oh, sorry, wasn't showing it very well. On an angle inside, and it actually needs to be towards the front and then towards the back, kind of like that, if I'm seeing the video correctly. So this tab can basically be bent, and then I need to take about 1/8 of an inch, I think, off the bottom here. So let's do that next. And let's see if that's long enough. Yeah, I think that'll work as a straight edge. Let's try it. Can't really see what I'm doing across the thing there, but this should work. Yeah, kind of moved on me. It doesn't matter too much. All right, got it. That is pretty close. Let's clean up that bottom line and then take a little bit more inside. I was going to just cut it straight off the PVC, but this is a better idea. There's no need to waste the good product when there's good cardboard laying around. All right, let's clean that edge just a hair and see how we fit now. That is better than I have a right to hope for, I think. Let's see. Right there and right there. Okay. Now I can take a sheet of the PVC and use the form to cut that out. Let's try it. I'm actually going to leave, I was going to take this off like it says, but I'm going to leave it on while I'm cutting it, and hopefully there'll be some cleaner edges. Got plenty of space here. I can try 2 or 3 if it doesn't work out very well. The outline is set. It would be nice if I could get this exactly perfect. You know, I just happened to think, what if I did this? If I lay it over one way and then lay it over another, would that work? Well, let's try it. Worst case scenario, do it again. Maybe that'll make it a little more evenly shaped. Boy, performance pressure. I'm going to pause it while I cut this. I'll just focus. No blood that way, maybe. I'm not sure how happy I'm going to be with this because I'm kind of a perfectionist in a relatively unproductive way. But it does look like it's clear. I'm very relieved about that because I could not tell for sure. This is clear PVC. I'm going to just touch the edges a little bit and try to smooth them out. Just remembered something from the video, that they were wearing vinyl gloves while they were doing this. So there's a question of whether or not I put a bunch of fingerprints on this, and that may cause it to not work. But let's find out. There is that. Okay, there's the basic idea. Goes in here, gets taped at the top and at the bottom on these 2 edges so that it's on an angle. All right, let me double check. I'm going to watch the video again, see if I'm getting this right. All right, this was the first version, and this is what I did with it after cutting the top tab off, which turns out to not be a good idea because the top edge needs to go as far back to the opening as possible. And finding out that the bottom needs to be a little more curved. I tried to take it straight. That wasn't the best idea. And the other thing I found was, hey, if you really want this to work, don't put the viewing screen on the other side of the expiration stencil. Good grief. Didn't even look at that. Okay, that's part of the reason I made 3. So here's another one, and here is version, I'm not calling it 2.0, I'm calling it 0.2 because I think I got a ways to go yet. Let's cut out another piece. I think the type of PVC that is in the video might be 1 mil. I think I bought 2 mil. Of course, thinking that double is better. Well, maybe. I'm not positive about that. And yet, these are the options that I have presented myself with. I do think this is a little better. So let's make sure I'm not using the side that has the expiration on it. So this will be the back. In other words, this should go in like this. And that is just about right. And I can tell that I'll be happier long term if I get 2-liter or even 3-liter bottles, because these are just the 16.9s. But a 2 or 3-liter bottle, well, I think a 3-liter would actually like cover almost an iPad screen, which would be kind of cool. So this is right for what I'm doing here, I believe. Let's go ahead and get this one taped in. And here is the final version of 0.2, such as it is. And I've already tested it out, and I'm looking forward to showing it. Not as great as I would like, but surprisingly effective. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here is what it looks like on this thing. And this is the video I'm showing in my phone. And it won't focus real well, but the elephant's probably the best way to get the idea. The parrot's not bad. Now, the question is, does my version work? And yeah, I gotta say, it kind of does. Interesting, it's upside down. I don't quite understand if that's something in the camera or what. But the point is that it's pretty much working, and now I need a bigger version. So, have we answered the question that we began with? As the master Rene Magritte taught us, sometimes a pipe is not a pipe. And so, is it real? Well, yes. It's a real hologram. But no, it's not a real hologram because it's a video of a picture of a real hologram. And I think I just went into a time warp. I hope you're having a great week, no matter where and no matter what. And I'm blessed and grateful, and that's very real.